Hey, good morning, guys. Sean here with Blueridgesilverhound. Hope everyone's having a good start to your Saturday. So we're not doing the PCMR this morning. Taking a little bit of a kind of a recharge your old batteries type weekend as we head into kind of like the meat and bones of the coin collecting holiday season, which normally is right around now. So after Halloween, I would expect it to really get pretty nuts and crazy for about the next 4 to 6 weeks after that time. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the U.S. Mint debacles and the kind of like the issues and stuff going on with the Morgan and Peace dollar orders, which, as you guys know, it was expected to get processed right now into the first weeks of November, as expected. You know, we had myself, along with a bunch of my other contemporaries in hobby, have addressed this. And now there's a few reports out there of orders getting canceled, issues with credit card and billing, and I want to take a little bit of time to kind of address that and to talk about next steps, because this is going to have a serious snowball effect. A lot of the effects that are going to stem from these U.S. Mint issues. I mean, it's no surprise, right, guys? The U.S. Mint continues to really let people down, and I feel let down by the experience, even though it did not really adversely affect me, because my orders are getting fulfilled as we speak. As a matter of fact, a few of them are already in shipped status, and I also got the text messages for those. Ultimately, you want to see that notification, whether it's going through your email, which I'm sure a vast majority of you will be receiving your email notifications when an item is shipped, with a corresponding tracking number, and it really depends on what service you use to get that thing shipped to you. You will see that as well. I did the low and slow method, you know, just a good old regular first class or whatever. But a lot of you will also be receiving text message notifications, and this all could have been set up through the US Mint website. So what are people encountering with this process? Okay. The first few things of note is that the U.S. Mint actually is kind of working ass backwards in their processing. They have processed on my end, and I could kind of say the same for a few people that have ordered these, in that they have processed toward the back end of the schedule. So they've processed the peace dollars first on my orders, and then they've processed the D and S coins, which were the second installment that were made available after the extended period of time where they canceled it or just kind of put it on hiatus because they were sorting through some bugs and issues and all that great stuff. But they're working backwards, and they are processing last the O and CC minted coins. Now, it could be a little bit different with each individual that has ordered these 6 very specific coins through the Mint. And it's weird because when the CC and O hit, and I think that order was the end of May. Man, it was such a long time ago. For pre-sale, you ordered it, and let's say you ordered a couple of each coin, or you ordered the maximum amount, which at the time was 10 pieces per Privy Mark coin. You checked out in a total order, you know, with 20 coins altogether, or maybe it was 4 coins if you ordered 2 of each, or 2 coins if you ordered 1 of each. But it charged you, or it didn't charge you. It did a soft charge, and then it backed out the charge. So they'll charge you if you ordered, say, for instance, 2 of each coin. They charged you $344 and some odd cents, and that's how much it was. And then they canceled that transaction because they're going to take the money out when they decide to ship it. Okay, and that's fine. It's not what I would do in terms of pre-sales. I know other pre-sales to video games and various other hot commodities and items, and even automobiles. Automobiles are stupid right now, just based off of the supply chain issues and all that. And I kind of think that's what the U.S. Mint was going through as well, trying to source silver blanks and stuff. But you got charged X amount of dollars. It got canceled, and you would think that during this processing period, which has been primarily throughout this week and going into next week, that they would charge that one bulk sum of $344 for 4 coins if you order 2 of each of the CC and O. And the same goes for the DNS and the P Morgan and the Peace. But when they were fulfilling and processing the orders on my end, and a few people are encountering the same things as well, they would hit the card, your card that you have on file through the US Mint, for $170. Just out of the blue, I'm like, what, $170? Oh, okay. They process just the O Mint. And then you would see another hit for $170 for the Carson City coins. It was just a really strange kind of credit card processing issue or whatever. To make a long story short, they did it backwards, and their method of sending the payment through, it was weird. Okay, it didn't quite match up to the U.S. Mint order page on your guys' profile. So yeah, that was something that I was kind of taken aback, and it's like, why did that happen that way? I guess this is just going to ultimately prove that the U.S. Mint should not be doing pre-sale orders ever again. All right, so the second thing that people were encountering, and I warned you guys, okay? I warned you about a month ago, before these coins were going to be processing, before the cards were going to get hit for the charges, is that you make sure you have the money in your account, number one. Number two, if you know your card is going to expire during this time period, you need to make concessions. You need to call the U.S. Mint and make alternative, different types of payment methods available. And this could have been all avoided 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. All right, as I've talked about, because everybody has talked about this stupid program from the get-go, about how much it's pissed people off, about the fact that it's a pre-sale order and all this other stuff. Have you guys noticed that there isn't one big marquee fall release? Because they're dealing with the Morgan and Peace dollar. We've had the V75 coins, issued or made available last year. The Silver Eagle and Gold Eagle, I think it was the end of October, beginning of November. The prior month before that, November 5th, they had the enhanced reverse Silver Eagle, the one that was like $70 that people were selling for like $2,500 out of the gate. That was crazy. But they don't have a marquee fall release, okay, because of the Morgan and Peace dollar program. I kind of missed the marquee release. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say that. But yeah, that's why they don't have it, because they're trying to deal with all of this stuff with the Morgan and Peace dollar series. So orders are being canceled. This is through third-party communication. One of our coin dealer panel members has friends that order these, and their orders are getting canceled for whatever reason. It could be payment not going through, or maybe the U.S. Mint truly missed the mark on auditing the orders and making sure that all the orders were fulfilled as usual from 4 months ago. Sorry. So whatever happened. And I can envision that by the time all of the ordering, all of the processing, all of the credit card and debit card hits have been officially established, and all the shipping has been taken care of, that we are going to see an undetermined amount of these coins enter back onto the US Mint website. I believe you could still do the remind me function on the actual listings if you feel like you missed out. you could certainly go back in there and put in your information, like your email address and your phone number. So that way you get the instant text. You could hop on there and order one or two. I think it's one or two. I think it's two. But in any event, some of these coins are currently being shipped, and I would imagine a lot of people are going to be sending them to NGC and PCGS to get their, SP 70s or mint state 70s or whatever classification these are going to be. All right, so also segues into the third really big problem. Okay, you guys remember I talked about these folks that are selling the pre-sales of their orders on eBay, and they're selling them for just a huge amount of money. A lot of FOMO, a lot of missing out stuff. And for instance, the CC coins were selling at one point as high as $600 for a pre-sale of the pre-sale back over the summer, right around, kind of like that July, August period. These things had capped out at about $600. That's a lot of money, by the way. If you guys haven't looked on eBay recently, these orders are coming in right around $350 or less for the CC coin, which is the most popular out of the six. So a pretty substantial drop, not to mention that a lot of people's orders are being canceled because of like payment issues or just overall fulfillment issues on the US Mint's end. And there's going to be a lot of chargebacks, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, some of them probably won't have any recourse in getting their money back, being the buyers that actually paid for some of the pre-orders. Because there's a period, almost like a statute of limitations. After so long, those orders drop off and you can't do anything with them. I don't know if it's 90 days or I don't know. Maybe some of you can possibly interject and provide some insight on that. But that's going to be a real big problem. There's going to be people that are going to miss out getting their refund back from these sellers because of buyer's remorse. Buyer's remorse, aka I paid way too much freaking money for this thing and it's dropped, 33% or whatever it is. Why would you buy something for $600 when it's dropped down to $350? And you haven't received product, so you could, in hindsight, file a case. But there's going to be a lot of things that are going to snowball into this. A lot of very bad things. It's gonna turn this into just a massive coup where people are really going to turn their back on the U.S. Mint. You look at any other worldwide mint, whether it's the Perth Mint, the Royal Canadian, and when they release these hot products, I mean they really step it up like many notches. You look at some of these really awesome looking coins and commemoratives, and they put them in a gilded cedar box, and you open it, it's got a velour, molded, piece in there that sits the coin right in there. It's got a really nice printed parchment certificate of authenticity with gilt gold leaf, this and that, The U.S. Mint, however, is still using the crappy paper product type boxes. All right. There's been a few spoiled leaked images online indicating this, and it's just same old garbage, man. Again, the amount of money that you pay indicative of the product that you receive. Okay, there's no price to quality component that is being met from the U.S. Mint. One of the biggest, most established mints on the world can't get it right, and their website still stinks. I could see why David Ryder probably resigned, because he didn't want to do all of this when he's not getting maybe the technical backing and that kind of support. Or I don't think it's a money issue, because it's a friggin' U.S. government entity. There are other underlying things that are compounding on the situation, and I don't see it getting better as we head into 2022. I think, number one, the U.S. Mint cannot absolutely do another pre-sale event like this. Okay, if you don't have the employee reach and the bandwidth to put together a total product, and that also includes customer service, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't make all those components meet together, in this experience, they absolutely cannot do a pre-order release event ever again. They can't do that. They have to hit up quality, presentation, and customer service before they could ever introduce another pre-sale event, because the sentiment, the trust is lost right now with everything going on with this release event. So I don't know. I wanted to bring that up to your guys' kind of attention. If you guys are encountering these issues before all the processing and credit card transactions for all outstanding orders have been completely fulfilled, you guys need to reach out to the Mint and call and just get an update. Find out, why is my order canceled? Is it a credit card payment issue? And stop leveraging your credit lines, guys, when you're ordering these. Play with your house money. Play with your house money when you're doing this. Don't leverage credit lines. That'll get you guys in serious trouble when you're ordering from the Mint. And this is going to be one of those cases where it's going to be fact and not fiction. But that's it. That's all I wanted to talk to you guys about. Sorry to keep this one kind of hoo-ha, hum, blah, Saturday morning type stuff. But, when Monday hits and you guys need to make a move and you really do want these coins, just make sure you do your thing. All right, reach out to your eBay sellers that if you bought some of these rather pricey, substantial offerings of the pre-sale from 4 months ago, that you reach out to them and say, hey, am I still getting this? And then, you make amends. But that's it, guys. I'm Sean, Blue Ridge. Hopefully you guys are going to have a really wonderful weekend. Fall is in full effect, I can tell. But you guys take care, and I'll see you guys on that Monday Market Report. All right, take care.